Hello again, Dread Mechanic back for a little bit more. This is part 2 of my Armoured Core Mark V build stream. I was enjoying tinkering about with it so much, I thought I would just do another stream right now, because I'm going to keep playing with it anyway. So I might as well stream it. For those that didn't watch the last stream, I'm trying to build something a little bit closer to what I actually use in Armoured Core 6. Paint job needs a little bit of work, but the legs are looking about right. Obviously the top half of the body needs loads of remodelling, but the legs more or less work. The warp cycle has been rebuilt. We did a little bit of testing at the end of the last stream, and it seemed to work quite nicely. I've done a little bit of greebling on the legs to add a little bit more armour, a bit more mass, and I've started work on the back of these feet because I needed to add a little bit more to the back of them. I'm thinking something like that. And I might not add quite as many wheels as I did. The others. No, it's got the same amount. It's got 4 on the front, 4 on the back, 4 in the middle. And it's got the same amount of wheels. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave that like that then. I think I want to make that bit over. There. What's minus 45 like? Too much, it won't get that far. Not with that like that. So if we instead change that to something like that. Do something like that. Oh, I've not named anything yet, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that can lift up like that to get the back and be put to the clearance. Cool. Reverse that. Reverse that. Might even change them. That. Or what if? What's it like if we cover it like that? Ah. Oh. Oh. It helps reset the thing to play. Minus 45. Reverse. Actually, that might be better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I quite like that. Let's give it a little bit of decoration. That way instead. Or do something like that. One, two, three. There you go. Do that, and that. Right for now. All for that side. But we also need one for this back half of the foot. I want them to have separate switches. Oh hey Bibola, how you doing, man? Then we could put the light for these. Where is it? There. Stick that there. That could be the light switch for them. It's the other option. Oh yeah. Nah, I'll just have it like that. Copy that. I'm good bipolar. I'm sound. I am just tinkering with another AC inspired mech that is more. Oh, I've not tried the server yet. No, I've not got around to that. I've been distracted tinkering with this thing because I've been trying to make a AC that is closer to the one I actually use in Armored Core. So yeah, that's going to be the controller for that foot. Then we need a controller in there, and we need to put that there, and we need to put that there. I might put that black, just so it stands out a little bit. That can get copied, that can get pasted, that can get... Oh sweet man. Yeah, I'll try and check it out tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Sunday. I've not got any plans for Sunday other than playing Space Engineers. So yeah, I'll try and check it out tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do some more on that as well. Don't think I'm gonna be able to get a shape I like. Or I might just have to redesign it. Right, so we've got foot controller, footlights. Oh, we didn't name that controller, did we? And we didn't name that one. So, copy all. Copy settings, paste. RL. Let's set those feet up. I want to get these legs done because I want to start tinkering around with new weapon setup. I want to make a ridiculous missile launcher system. But for now, foot controls. FL01 is block on off, and it is foot light. Oh, I've got two FL01s. What's not been named properly? That one. Front, right. Oh, got a controller that's not this. Yeah, that's still front left as well. Front right. Right, is everything named properly now? God damn it. But front left, front right, rear left, rear right, front left, front right, rear left, rear right. Sound. Everything's good again. Foot light. Front left 01. Add block. But I need to name the rotors. Of course I need to name the rotors ninjas. But rotor FL02, that's on the outside. No, I don't want to copy all. Foot root rotor FL01. Put in RL01 Foot hinge RL02. Right, sweet. Foot hinge rear right 01. Foot hinge rear right 02. Foot rotor front right 01. And foot rotor front right 02. Right, that should be all the bits. There we go, that's better. Bunch of hinges, bunch of rotors, couple of lights, couple of controllers. Cool. So, foot FL. I want that to reverse, that to reverse, that to reverse, that to reverse. So when I turn this light on and off, it makes the toe move. Cool. And that is on -6, that is on +6. Cool, everything is good. So, front right, same thing, block on and off. Foot light, front right. Foot rotor, front right, reverse, reverse, and then reverse and reverse. Cool. Right, rear left then. Block on off. Foot light rear left 01. Not the custom data. Foot hinge RL. Reverse, 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 and reverse. Cool. To the back of the foot. And then this one here. Oh yeah. Rear right. Do. Foot light rear right. Foot hinge RR. Reverse, 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 and reverse. Sound. So that one should now do back of the right foot. Cool. So, we need to incorporate that into the walk cycle. And when the leg light turns on, turn the foot off. Walk. That turns off. Dumb. Oh no, it turns on, rather. Light. And that one will turn off. And when that gets to where it's going, that will turn back on again. So, theory, Alright. I think we need to make it move quicker though. Foot rotors, so that can move at -7. That can move at 7. That can move at 7, and that can move at -7. Yeah, cool. Okay, I like that. So let's do the same for that foot. And what was it? Page 4. Foot light, front right 01 turns off. Light turns back on again. Groovy. When it turns off, it needs to lift. Right. Walk reverse. When it turns off, light needs to turn off. I think. You're not going to be able to tell until I've set up the return. Can turn back on there. There we go. Yep, that's how I wanted it to work. Cool. So, walk reverse, 01, just double check, page 4, slot 2. Page 4, foot light, R01, off. Light R01 on. So all of those suspensions need I'll leave that on actually. I'll leave that on because I want to be able to move them about. Needs to have an extreme steering angle. Stick it on that, stick it on that, stick it on that. Speed limit doesn't really matter, because the wheels aren't going to be doing much anyway. In terms of driving. So let's take you for a little spin. Let's see. Ah. Why? Or stop. Put lights. I can finally do them now. On, and on. So if I hit that, there you go. You know what? I think I might even make those foot hinges move a bit quicker. Same with these foot rotors. 8. You two can be 8. Might need to make them a bit quicker. Make them -10. We'll make them 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 million each. A bit bouncy. We're walking and cliffing. Not falling over. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. What hinges? I don't think they're strong enough still, so let's bump them up. Oop, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So we need to go back to the drawing board a little bit. There's some other stuff that I need to build. No. All those foot hinges, they need to be 20. That needs to be -10. That and that needs to be 10. All of them. That. Natural. There's, I need those foot rotors to move much quicker. They need to actually be -14 and 14, so that they are the same speed as twice the speed as the leg moving. There you go. Now actually sits in place as the foot lands rather than a few seconds afterwards. Just, you need to be the same then. 4 blocks. 14. Oh, yeah. Because we didn't do put lights on, and on. So when we stop walking, there you go. Feet are all in the right position. Cool. Right. So the next thing I need to stick on here is the walk cycle sensors. As I need way to make this thing stop walking should its feet end up in a weird position. Or a weird place. Oh yeah, we can do a bit more with this, can't we? Where do I want to put this sensor? I might... We'll just put it in there. I don't want to put it on the back. Oh god. Built it there on that one. You know what? I might just slap it there. One there. And build one there. What was that actually doing? That is doing the walk cycle light. Where's the warp cycle light? Where the hell did I build that on this thing? That's a thruster light, that's... Oh, I built it back there, didn't I? Yes. Good. Wages. So we'll put the sensor there. Oh. Yeah, I'll just put it there. Copy that. Let's turn it on. Now, the same with that one. Name that one R01. So turn that on. Then the other bits I need to nick are that. That's going to go down there. Dim. Cycle lights. Oh, I need to build one here. Right, that's that. That cycle delay should be that one. Sweet, and that should do that, and that should already work. All I should have to do is stick these two lights into there. Walk cycle light, L01, R01. Walk cycle sensor is set up to detect asteroids. That's the one. completed. You get copy and posted, and we'll see if you work as intended. Drops up there. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Reverse mode works pretty well too. Sweet. Oh, hello, Deadly Air Force. The goal here is I am retrofitting one of my Armored Core inspired mech designs to closely resemble the current mech I'm actually using in Armored Core 6. So I've kind of built the legs how they are in on my mech in ASU6. I need to retrofit the chassis to make it look a bit better. Need to redesign the head. And now that I have got the walk cycle up and running with the new leg design and working nicely, it is more or less time to start redesigning the shoulder weapons, because this one is a hybrid of these two at the minute, and this one has a double rail cannon setup on it, whereas my mech in ASU6 that I use regularly has the, I think I've got the 10-way missile pods equipped at the moment. I think 10 small grid rocket launchers might be a bit too much in terms of weight and space, but I am going to see what I can do about building them, because they have a nifty little what are you doing? Working on a massive dreadnought on Xbox. Oh, sounds. You got your limits turned off on Xbox. I too used to play on the Xbox a long time ago. That is kind of part of the reason I've been on this mission to build these things at the moment. Because these mechs are entirely vanilla, bar one mod that you can download from mod.io, so anyone can get it. This white one over here is currently up on mod.io and Steam if you want to download it and have a play with it. Ace Combat series, yes, I've heard of Ace Combat. I think I might have played some of them a long time ago, but yeah, I've definitely heard of Ace Combat. Pretty sure I played it, or at least one of them. In fact, yeah, I think I had one of them on a PC I had years ago. But yeah, so the walk cycle is working nicely. The legs are pretty consistent. Just need to test out the tilt control system. It's still ticking over. Oh, because I've not set the sensors up, have I? No, it didn't. That's why it ain't working. I didn't set up half the controls. The submarines in Frexy from AC4. I'm not massively familiar with it, but a submarine, I can imagine. Is that what you're working on at the moment then, a giant submarine thing? Yeah, I didn't set these up, did I? Oh, wrong thing. No, I didn't. That'd be the problem. So, Orc cycle sensors, what do they need to be? It is just the Orc cycle light on and off. Light on and off. Right. Cool. Orc sensors. Orc cycle L01 on, off. Ah, right, so you're making a hybrid of the two. Ah, cool. Well, when it comes to building stuff in Space Engineers, you do have to make concessions with designs. Sometimes you can't do exactly what you want to do because of shapes and space and various other limitations. No. Orc cycle light R01 on and off. You have the dimensions for the... Go on then, what's its length, breadth and depth? How big's this thing? Right, so those... Is that warp cycle sensor setup working now? Or will it stop screwing around? That off, bouncy bounce. Jump into the control seat. Go for a little walk. Yep, that's definitely working. I tilt. I turn too sharply and tilt funny. Yep, it's stopping, and the tilt gyros are not doing anything. Or maybe I just moved too sharply. Sensors on. Tilt forward. Should be getting triggered. Where is it? Tilt forward is on. Tilt forward is getting triggered. Oh, I just turned too sharply and it's having problems getting back up again. Fine. Jesus, it's a kilometre long. Have fun with that. I hope your Xbox has fun with that. It's a kilometre long, half a kilometre wide, and 125 metres deep. Nice. And how does your Xbox handle rendering all of that so far? Tilt controls are definitely working. Okay, well, that seems to be working. I'm happy with that so far. The tilt controls are working, the step control is working. I want to rebuild these turrets. Just in case I smeg everything up. Copy and paste. Let's also get rid of you because we don't need you anymore. And we'll get rid of you because we'll paste you back in when we do need you. Right, so right, first things first, we're just going to chop this off. It's got its own reactors on it, so that'll stay powered for a little while. That's off. Now, what are controllers? I've stuck at the top of that. Deploy. Oh yeah, the rotor, control, and retract. Yeah, right, okay. So, with these, I don't actually have to worry about conveyor connections, because there's not going to be any. So I'm going to use these single shot missile launchers, I think. It's two. Oh, hang on, it's not in there. Just need to grab some more of my screenshots from the other file. Why can't Steam just name your screenshot files after the game rather than giving it a tedious serial number? Right, there we go, those are the pictures I need. That's the front of it, and that's the side of it. What's that? Oh, another message. So that's going to have several hangar bays, security checkpoints, guest quarters, crew quarters, captain first officer's quarters, stairwells, refineries, and storage. Yeah, man. Sounds good. The last big ship I was building was a version of the Bebop from Cowboy Bebop. I need to really get around to finishing that. Get too distracted by new ideas all the time, and before I know it, I've got things that I haven't finished that are like a couple of years old. Right, so these missile launchers. I want them to have all sorts of stupid moving parts. Because I'm that kind of idiot that likes to have lots of moving bits. So I wonder. Let's do 4 for now. Oh yeah, because the way it's set up, it's got 4 either side and then an extra one on top. So I'm just going to do 4 side launches. If this idea will even work. It will. It just doesn't work with that one, obviously. Of course it wouldn't work with the cool one, because the cool one's not got connection points on the back. I'd use the old boring one. Typical. Let's just make it 1 meter. One giant room for O2 gens, 2 rooms for oxygen farms, several large hydro tanks, mid rooms. Yeah man, that sounds like a capital ship to me. Lots of stuff going on. So, missile piston L01. Number 2. That can be number 3. Can be number 4. Oh, wrong thing. No, I made that -10. Yeah, I'll slap back like that. Oh, it's 5. Ah, 5's the maximum velocity for a piston, is it? Okay. Well. Cool. Yeah. Right, so. So, I'm going to be back in a second because I need to nip the loo. Right, we are back. So, these missile launchers. How much weight? Weight have added. That's not added a great deal of weight. You know what? I might actually be even cheekier. I might. Eventually find the right direction. I've got missile pod gone. There it is. Oh, one of those missiles is the wrong second way around anyway. Like that. Just which way does it need to be? There you go. That on there like that. Where's that other one? Bricks. Right, do they all match now? They're all matching. All the same way around. Yes, they are. Good. What's that? Custom Gatling turrets, custom artillery. Is this all planned stuff, or stuff that you've got like built? How much of this have you actually got around to building? Yeah, okay, do that. Sweet, it's already still in my clipboard. Cool. Do that. Do that. So what plan stuff. Oh, you've got it all. You just need to just throw it all together. Sound. Well, when you've bashed it all together, mate, send us a link. I'll have a look. Always curious to see other people's designs. See if they've thought of things that I haven't. So I want these turrets to fire, but I don't want them to just fire willy-nilly. I want them to fire in sequence. So that can be missile fire. L01. L02. L03. L04. But I also want Captain Jack Devastator. Oh yeah. Captain Jack stuff pops up on my YouTube suggestions all the time. Yeah, I've had a little nosy at that video. Is yours sort of inspired by or along the same lines as that, I imagine? I have a controller for each of these. That can be controller, missile pistons L01. That can be L02. L03, microcontroller L04. So, next, I want to see how well I can cover this thing. So we'll do a bit of that. Ah, yours dwarfs his, does it? Nice. You've been taking progress pictures. It's always a good idea. I've got a folder that's absolutely ridiculously packed full of like progress screenshots from all of my stupid builds. No, that would be like that. That would be like that. 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 Hopefully that wouldn't be too much of an issue, and then we could do that over the top. You could have that there and those three there. Right. Can I do that? Can I get away with it? Yeah, that seems alright. Okie doke. Oh. Oh. Why not? Why not? What's not the same? Fine. You know what, I can build it. You know what I can build it with? I could. That is annoying. You know what? Might just use armor plates. See what that's like instead. Off blocks. Do that instead. Will you be less moody about it? You're not giving me any shit this time, are you? Well, in that case, where was it? There it is. That there. You build that there. You giving me shit? No. Plastic. Does that piston still move freely? Seems to. fine. Go out to there. Go there. Look at that. Ah. Of course. Of course there's something. Really? Okay. Armor plates. God, we've got armor plates now. Where is the one I want? You haven't got a problem with that, have you? Not for the sake of symmetry and my obsessive compulsive ways, I'm just going to swap that over, making the same at top and bottom. Ooh, right. That's more or less the front. Back. I can just do like this. So I don't need any moving parts in the back. You send them to me. You can't do picture comments on YouTube, can you? Just once you've got something done, man, just send us a link to the mod.io thing. If you're on Xbox, just send us a link to the mod.io page for it when it's published. Or if you've got some sort of online storage thing, like for your images and screenshots and stuff, because I used to use something like that when I was on Xbox a long time ago. Oh, can I see them on Steam? Ah, god damn, my light's broken. Yeah, have you got any like Steam links or anything? Just drop a comment with the link in it. And the back end of that's going to look totally different though, isn't it? Yeah, you know what, I might just do the whole thing with armor plate so it looks the same on all sides. Around. And there's the right way around. Bum 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 bum, where is it gone? That's the one, and that's the one. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, if you've got a Google Photos thing, yeah, just leave a comment with a link to it on this stream, and I will get a notification for it when I go back onto my YouTube account and I can see it. Ah, there we go. That's the one I want. So how far we went 3 forward, 3... what does it look like on there? It actually looks more like it's 3 at the front, 2 at the back. So we'll only go that far back. What else have we got here? We've got that. I'm not sure if that worked. I have to physically go on to YouTube. I'm seeing a notification that you have subscribed. Bum 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 bum. It's not showing a comment. Showing live viewers. Showing views. Oh, it just disappeared, did it? Do. Live commentary. Anyone? Live chat. People can send messages. Subscribers. Yeah. Yeah, maybe send a message to me on my Steam account then, because my YouTube settings aren't saying anything about comment restrictions, so I don't know why your comments disappeared. Maybe that's something I need to look into. But yeah, just send us a thing on Steam then. That's that, that's that. That wants to be another block further back. That wants to be that. Bit more structural support, that's the wrong thing. Do. That can be that. And that can go there. I have to accept it before I can send a message to you. Oh, is that on Steam? Give me a second. See if Steam's saying anything. Notifications. Steam? Anything? No, not news. Friends. Few friends. Online. Microsoft Online, so it's easy for people to see. Send you a friend request on Steam. Ah, there we go. New friend request. Deadly Air Force. There you go. I have accepted. There you go. You should be able to send me a message now. Right. So that's kind of what the shell of it is going to look like. For now, at least. And that's gonna give me shit about trying to put blocks in there. Yes, it is. Of course it is. Is there anything that would fit? Oh, that's not scrubbing. I might do that. And that's not going to fit, because that's too fucking big. I put one of them all the way up. Is that piston going to react? That seems alright. Ah! Ah! There's Steam, wanna have the link? Oh, right. Ah. Oh, sweet. Oh, bloody hell, then. Those are all large grid hydrogen tanks in there, aren't they? Oh my god. Yeah, that is big. Have fun with that. Yeah, I've just had a little nosy at your dreadnought in the making, and Jesus, that is big, isn't it? Right, so that is more or less the shape I want it to be. And then the back of this. Ugh, is not going to be like that. Stop it. It's going to be like that. Yeah, I figured the color code was something along the lines of that. So I want a bunch of lights on the back of this thing, or do I want to build it like that instead, and just build that section out of lights like that? So that can be this all piston light L01. That is going to be red. It's going to have 1 meter radius. Sanctity 2. Oh. 2. 3. And 4. Right. Oh yeah, I need to rename all these because I pasted it on the wrong way around. So L01A. In fact, that could be A. That could be B because it is on the outside. To A. To B. With 3A. That can be L03B. That can be 4A. And that can be 4B. Right. So if we then slap that on there for now to make life easier. Missile controller L01. I want this to once again be block on and off. So it's going to be missile light L01. Now, this might require a little bit of experimenting. I've got these two pistons. What have I got here? I can reset the velocity to 0. Then I can increase the velocity. And on the way back, I want to... Might not have enough space. Might have to stick another timer in here. Or I could just hit. Right. And then... decrease velocity, decrease velocity, and maybe decrease velocity again. What that would hopefully end up doing is making that not do anything. That didn't quite work as intended. Okay, let's think about that again. Reset. Increase velocity. Then we turn off. Yeah, she looks very heavily armed, man. That's not quite worked how I would wanted it to. Well, that should be resetting the velocity and then increasing it. One would think. Turn that on. Let's reset it. Oh no. Just on that. See what happens. Turn it off. Turn it on. What's that done? Absolutely nothing. Missile piston L01. Reset velocity. It needs another increase. Ah, there we go. That's the kind of response I wanted. I want it to extend slowly, but I want it to, bam, fire back quickly when the missile fires. Cool. We are getting closer. No, missile. One. Tract, decrease, decrease, decrease. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's not enough spaces to do it all, is there? What should we do then? What should we do? We should build more timers. I'll stick another bunch of them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can be missile pistons retract L01. Or L02. L03. L04. Right, so missile system. So we are going to have you instead. Missile system. We'll have you reset velocity. And oh no, we don't need to use reset velocity. We just need you to retract. That's what we need. Retract and decrease velocity. Retract and decrease velocity. We need to 1, 2, 3. Oop. 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Yeah, we'll try it like that for now. So instead, that's gonna retract 1, 2, 3. That's not nearly fast enough. Yeah. No worries, mate. You go charge your phone. I am quite regularly on here streaming. Generally, if I'm playing Space Engineers, I'm streaming it because why not? So yeah, catch you in a bit, man. Drop by whenever you want to chat. I'm usually here. Have fun with your dreadnought. So that's going to reset that and increase that. Increase that. That's about right. What we need to do is make that actually... We'll have that turn on, and then we'll have that trigger. And then we'll have retract do what it needs to do. And at the end of its cycle, it will turn itself off. Ooh, I just need to set up the controller to push the other piston forward. Missile piston L01B needs to reset, increase, increase. That's it. Reset. Up there. Increase. Increase. So, I'll turn this light on and off now. Bam, missile fired. Bam, missile fired. Bam. Yeah. Something like that. Now we just need to set up the same thing for all of the others. Missile retract, what did we do there? That... There we go. Oh, I put retract there instead of decrease velocity. We went as far as page 5. Yes, we did 5 of them. And then that. Missile piston L02. Retract, decrease, retract, decrease, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And right at the end, you can turn yourself off. That can be lock on and off. Missile light L02, there we are. So, missile piston L02. We've got retract, turn on, and trigger. Oop, wrong one. Trigger. And we've got reset, increase, increase, reset, increase, increase. Smanged all that up, light number 2. working? I think. Yeah. Need to increase the piston strength a little bit. Probably all going to clang and explode. Right, so part 3. First things first, retract. 3. Yeah. So, missile piston. 003. Retract. Decrease. Retract. Decrease. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Right under there, that can turn itself off. And there's just that bottom here too. Missile L04. Retract. Decrease. Retract. Decrease. 1. 3 and 4. And that can turn itself off. Right, so got these to set up. Lock it off. Missile. Where is it? Missile piston light L03. Missile piston L03. Yeah. Reset. Increase. Increase. Reset. Increase. Increase. At the very beginning, you can turn that on and trigger it. That should do number 3 pistons. Or not. Other than that, not doing anything yet. Oh, I haven't actually selected anything. So piston light. I thought I selected that. Okay. Apparently I just didn't select it. Not working now. Bolt off. It's probably scrubbing, but so what? Right, last one. Then hopefully I can just copy and paste this entire thing onto the other side, rename it, and it should work. So, number 4. Block off. Missile piston light L04. L04. Reset. Increase. Increase. Reset. Increase and increase. And at the very beginning we can turn that on and trigger it. And then hopefully that works and doesn't explode. I think I'm going to increase the strength of the pistons a little bit. Oh, that's too much apparently, is it? Okay. We'll stick it at 100k. Right, but then the trick is we want these I need to name these now. I don't care if space engineers call them rocket launchers again, I'm still calling them missile launchers. Launcher L01B. A. To A. That could be 2B. Three, 3A. Or B. 2B, no, 3, what am I doing? 3B. 3B. Mm, 4A and 4B. Right. So what this to do is fire those two missiles. And then turn that light off. Then I want it to start the next one. I want it to turn that on. Then I want it to start it. Then I want that to turn itself off. It should be a simple case of that. Think for each one. So I can do that. So then we'll have missile L02. Shoot once, shoot once, turn that light off. And that block off. L03 fire. Turn on. Start. We also want the previous light to turn back on. Reset the previous piston. And then we're probably going to need another timer as a reset period. But we will come to that in a moment. Hold that. That will missile L03, shoot once, turn off, turn off, number 4, turn on, start, number 2, light, turn back on. And number 4 is going to be the last in the sequence, missile L04. Shoot once, turn off the lights to retract the pistons, turn off the block, turn the L03 light back on, and then we are going to need another timer to reset everything. Or we just need a separate button called fire. Trigger fire button. That'll run through the whole cycle. We need another timer. One for a fire and one for a reset. Missile pod L01 fire. Reset. Number 4, we'll get to that. Turn it on. Start it. And what missile reset will do is make sure all of those lights are switched back on. And turn missile fire number 1 back on. Maybe. No, we'll have it do. Where's it gone? Have it turn that back on. Was fire button. Oh, hang on. Missile pod fire. Do. Missile pod fire. Yeah, that's fine. That turns that on. Missile pod fire. That will do that. It will turn that block on and trigger it. No. Thing. Stick that there. Stick that there. That can be triggered by really slow though, because it's a 1 second delay and you can't do less than a second without scripts. Then I need more event controllers. Balls. Can't do less than 1. 0.5 is not a valid number. Less than 1 doesn't do anything. So, in that case, more event controllers. And I want this to be a nice, quick, blam 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 kind of action, rather than a 1 second delay between each one. That's dull. We don't want that. What we want is more event controllers. Where are they? There they are. So that can be controller piston 001. In fact, 001. Number 2. Number 3, and that can be number 4. So, what have I just named them? Where have they gone? Controller pistons. Oh, not missile pistons. Pistons. We got the word missile. Oh, right. So these things I'm going to look at piston positions. Oh, it's you clanging around down there. My neck is going to explode. Let's go and look at piston positions. So when the piston gets less than, say, 50%, it will trigger the next fire timer. So that will trigger there. That can be piston position, yeah. Less than 50%. The 2 pistons. So fire number 3. So that retracts and fires number 2. That retracts and fires number 3. That will retract to less than 50%. And that will fire number 4. And then number 4 piston. And I select the right thing. When number 4 piston gets to less than 50%, it will trigger the reset timer. Right. And that's going to work. Just quickly save. And hit. Yeah, more like that. Yeah. But I might let it come in a bit further. Of course I can't select them all at once. Why would I? When it gets to less than, say, call it 30%. Fire that button again. Yeah, that's pretty good. So let's do a quick fire test. Where are the rockets? There they are. Annoyingly, I'll have to load it every time, but I really wish missiles would fit through small conveyor tubes. Right, I'm mad that they don't do that. Wheat. Cool, that is how I wanted that to work. Right. I can hit the fire button too many times. I need to stick a fail-safe into that. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Missile fire. Right, yeah. When we fire that, it can turn itself off. And then when we get to reset, it turns itself back on again. We've already set that up. Cool. So we hit that, and it doesn't do anything. And well, that's not supposed to be doing that. Oh, right, yeah, I see. Then perhaps instead missile reset. Does that do it? All them all. That makes them all be able to fire again. Oh, hello, Judoka. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm trying to recreate the missile pods that you can see there. Those screenshots on the left are the mech that I'm actually using in my latest AC6 playthrough, and I want to try and make something similar to it, so I'm trying to build those. I know that they're actually 10-way missile pods, but I don't think I can fit the 9th and 10th missiles in without it being a bit much. I'm just going with 8-way pods at the minute, but I'm trying to make something similar to them that moves and fires and all that kind of jazz. I'm gonna have to figure out a firing mechanism for it though. So what was I doing? I was taking that off there. Because what I'm thinking is actually having the last piston control the reset. Control the fire reset. Missile pod fire. So when that re-extends past 30%, we'll do it that way instead. So we click that. I think I actually want to build one more event controller. Yeah. Because it's still allowing you to fire a little bit too soon with that setup. So, where is it? Push and retract wheels. Yeah. Right, do it this way instead. So, if I hit the fire button, that is now turned off. And can't fire again. Oh, what's that? More rockets, probably. Yeah, more rockets would make it more bulky. Like, you can try and stick to like realistic design as much as you want in Space Engineers, but the like mass values of things will screw you over if you try and stick to too much accurate detail. Like, things just get too heavy or whatever. What's that? You recently got into AC6 yourself? Oh, well, I'm glad it did pop up in your suggestions, man, because I'm a big fan of Armoured Core. I also do play streams of it. If you're new to it, I probably shouldn't watch my stream because I'm quite a way through the game. I don't want to spoil anything for you. Yeah, Armoured Core games are sweet, man. I mean, I'm messing about with this thing. If you've only seen me doing the pods, I've got other ones that I've been playing with, like this one, for example. They all walk and work and do stuff. And this one, I've been setting the controls up to be more like Armoured Core 6. So you can use the keyboard and mouse to move the mech around. You can tap the crouch button or B on the Xbox pad and it'll drop into skimmer mode like it does in Armoured Core 6. And if you hit spacebar or the A button on your control pad, he will launch into the air and fly. And he's a bit unwieldy because things often are in Space Engineers. And if you drop back down to the ground, he will clang around like a fucking idiot. Yeah. If you come in a little softer than I did then, he will drop back into skimmer mode. And you can jump back into flight mode. And you can drop back down and he'll automatically drop back into skimmer mode. But he's a little bouncy because of his suspension. And if you come to a complete stop, he's set up to automatically flick back into walk mode. So yeah, I've been basing the control system of these new ones as closely on a Armoured Core 6's control system as I can get. So I need more event controllers. Ugh, I need one more. I don't like popping in the middle when I only need one more. Ooh, actually, I could pop it there and pop a little something over the top of it to hide it. So that can be controller, missile, pod, reset, L01. fire, reset. Oh crap, and then I also need to stick in these controllers again. What was it? Deploy, rotor, and thing. Oh crap, so I need to get 3 more in anyway. Which means I need 4 more, so you know what? Bin that idea. We will just stick the 2 in there either side. Because I want to try and keep the centre of mass of these things central. I don't want to have them weighted on one side. So that's fire, that's reset. I may as well make that one above there. Actually. I'll put it there. Roller. What's that? Oh, cheers, man. So the main focus is to get looks and feel right whilst having. Yeah, pretty much. It's been a slow process. I've never been too good at building bipeds and Space Engineers, but the last few months I've been really trying to do it as much as possible. And it's been a slow and steady process, and I've been getting there bit by bit. But yeah, that is pretty much the main goal, is to try and make something that looks as much like an armoured core mech as I can, and make it function as much like an armoured core mech as I can. And as an added bonus achievement for myself, I'm trying to do it all vanilla as well. There's no script controlling any of this, it's all just using in-game blocks. There's a couple of scripts in the cockpit to do some of the display screens, but that's it. Missile fire. Wait, no. Roll missile reset L01. Ugh. There we go. Right, so this reset controller. Where's it gone? Controller missile reset. There you go. I want this to look at pistons. Greater than 100. And when all of the pistons are back at 100%, it will turn the fire control back on. I might need to reset that anyway. Missile, pod, fire. Right, turn you on. Fire. Fire. Won't let me fire until they all get back to 100%. Sweet, that is how I wanted it to work. So, it won't do anything until all the pistons are fully extended. Cool. No breaking that. Sweet. And that is more or less how I wanted that to work. Fantastic. Right, so the other controllers I need to rebuild. The other controllers I need to rebuild, I will rebuild in a minute after I've taken a quick break. Back in 2. Right, and we're back in the game. What's that you're saying, Judica? You've only ever seen clip Space Engineers, but I seem to be good at it. Cheers, man. Yeah, practice does make perfect. Particularly with a creative block building game like this. Like, the most common complaint I hear from new players and Space Engineers is, help me, I can't make anything that doesn't look like a brick. Because when you first get into it, it can be, right, you're being irritating, Jameson, go all the way over there, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Yeah, one of the most common struggles I hear from new players is, to help me, how do I make something that's doesn't look like a brick? And it just takes time and practice, really, learning how to do stuff. The biggest thing I've figured over the years of playing Space Engineers, if you want to make something look cool, make it look cool first, and then figure out where to put all the bits you need to make it work afterwards. Because you can always retrofit things later on, further down the line. Whereas if you try and put all of your important pieces together first, you will end up with a blob of parts, and the only way to wrap it in armour is to make a blob of armour, and then you just end up with a brick. So, yeah, my experience has always been, make something that looks cool, and then start poking holes in it to put all the functional bits like conveyors and batteries and reactors. Because you can always cut something out and cover it up with something else. So, what was I doing? I was rebuilding these controllers. Three of them I need to do. There's deploy, retract, and there's the rotor controller. So we will copy that. And we will have that deploy. It's not a rail though anymore. Controller. Missile 001. Right, you've been doing quite a lot of designing minigames and stuff. And oh yeah, Minecraft. That is pretty much where I started with crafting, block building kind of games. Minecraft's a good one. I used to spend a lot of time in that, making elaborate things with the redstone mechanics. Trying to make weird moving things. Lots of bases with lots of secret doors. You know what? I just need to do that really, don't I? Setting this copy all and just make. Oh, hang on. I might need the settings actually. I don't know if it copy and paste the settings. Retract. Copy all. Do. That can be. Yeah. That can be roller, missile, pod, tracked L01. But yeah, Space Engineer is a good game, man. Should have a go at it sometime. Fun. You can just play it like I do, as just a relaxing block building, pissing around kind of game, or you can play it super seriously, like a lot of the PvP people do. Or you can play it as like a single player survival game. Or you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. There's a bunch of guys I speak to on Discord fairly regularly that have mech tournaments on an almost weekly basis, where they just build robots and smash them against each other every weekend. Too busy pissing around with my own designs to actually get involved in any of that. I will do eventually. Right, so last controller, let's copy over, should be that one, copy settings, copy all. That should be that one there. Copy missile pod. Yeah, well that's it, I just play it sandbox most of the time. Because you can play this in creative mode, you can play it in survival sandbox mode, you can play it in all sorts. I usually play it in survival mode, but with creative tools turned on. That way I get the best of both worlds, because the issue with creative mode on Space Engineers is none of your power or fuel or ammo or pipeline stuff means anything on a creative mode, because everything's infinite. You don't even need to like connect anything up, you can just place a weapon and it'll start firing as soon as you press the trigger. So the downside of creative mode is you can end up building something that will not work in survival mode, because you made something that's either not strong enough, not enough power, doesn't have any connection points for its weapons or whatever. So I usually just build in survival mode with creative tools. Because that way I know everything works properly and I can just place blocks as freely as I like. Yeah, I never really did any mech building in Minecraft. I didn't really get into mech building stuff until I came across Space Engineers a few years ago. And then saw some videos by a dude called Black Armor, who's not really active that much these days. I think he's a grown up with a proper job these days. But yeah, he used to do some really, really cool mech builds, and that inspired me to start doing mech builds as well. Got all them set up now. So, missile deploy. Has that copied anything over properly? No, not a thing. Great. Armored Core 4. So, it'd be rail cannon deploy. What were your settings? You were greater than -1 degree. Looking at the railcan rotor. When you do that, you activate all the weapons and stuff. Ah, crap, I need to do that as well, don't I? So, I'm gonna need a lot more space than that. So I'm gonna need another timer block for each way round. So one there. Favourite AC build? Do you mean in Armored Core itself? I don't really know the names of builds. My favourite AC build, really, is my build. Oh, well, those screenshots there on the side of the screen, that is my actual current mech in Armored Core 6. That is the current system I'm building, playing with, and that is the inspiration for this mech I'm building in Space Engineers. So that is my favourite playstyle. A couple of single shot rifles, so I can just go blam blam blam, and a couple of missile pods so I can rain fire down on my targets and keep the damage up and break their poise, or whatever you call it in Armored Core. I play too many Dark Souls games, I always just use the Dark Souls references. But yeah, that's my favourite setup in AC6. Single shot rifles and lots of missiles. And some decent thrust so I can jump around and dodge around. And I like the dual knee legs because they give you a decent jump bonus in Armored Core 6. So there you go, that's the answer to that question. The mech I'm building, and the mech right there, that's my favourite one. So... that's going to have to be missile pod deploy L01. That's going to be missile pod tracked L01. Right. So, missile pod deploy. What's that going to be? That was going to be angle changed. Change the name of the rotors. Rail cannon rotor L01. That needs to be missile rotor L01 now. Well, that'll be fine for now. What was it? Rail deploy greater than -1. Greater than -1. Trigger action. Missile pod deploy on trigger. Then I'll put all the stupid functions into there. Rail cannon deploy. What did that do then? Rail cannon on off. Oh yeah, fail safes. It needs to turn itself off at the end. It needs to turn on the AI. Oh, it needs a light as well. And a camera. And you can turn all the weapons on. And it needs to increase the lower limit of that by 2. So do that first. Oh. Rail rotor L01. Increase lower limit. Increase lower limit. What is that one? Yeah, increase lower limit twice. Ah, double shotguns. 1 explosive, 1 plasma. Yeah, I kinda like the shotguns. I have better results with the single shot rifles personally. And you get them quite early on in the game. So I just always tend to stick with them. Right, so that's gonna do them. Let's do that twice. The rest of it, it can turn on all of the rocket launchers. And it can turn on all of the piston lights. And it can turn on the fire button. I've still not got around to completing Armored Core 6 properly. I got stuck on that ridiculous final boss for ages and then gave up and went and played something else for a bit. But I'm playing it through again now. I think I'm playing a little bit better, so hopefully I won't get as stuck as I did last time. We've done that. So missile pod retract. Yeah, so I need to find out what did I do for rail retract on here. When that retracts, it resets the velocity on the rotor, resets the velocity on the hinge, increases the hinge twice, locks the rotor, turns on the controls. Oh yeah, because the off button turns everything else off, doesn't it? Okay. Alright, so all we need to do is reset rotor, reset hinge, increase hinge velocity twice. Let's retract. So, rail rotor, which we badly need to rename, will reset velocity and lock hinge L01. What's that? The Ibis fight. Which one's the Ibis? I can't remember which one that is. I'm really bad with names. That can reset, and that can increase velocity, and that can increase velocity. Oh. Rail retract. What is the actual parameters? Angle changed less than -179. Angle changed less than -179. Angle changed less than -179. Rail cannon rotor. You know what? I'm going to rename that now. That is now missile pod 101. Oh, you know what? Copy missile pod, dumbass. Missile pod. Missile pod. Missile pod. Hopefully, just rename everything. That benefits. But in fact, make things a lot easier further down the line. Cannon on, off, rail cannon on, off. Hopefully, everything else is still set up the way it should be. That sign will need changing. Oh, hang on. Space on there. Doesn't want to be in there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one I got stuck on. An absolute pain in in the ass. Oh, that doesn't need to be there anymore. That is now fair, I think. Rail cannon motorway. That gets changed. That gets changed. And that should be everything. Unless... no. Fine. So... missile. Retract. Doing that. Doing that. Retract. Missile pod retract. Turn itself off. Deploy. This pod deploy can also turn itself off. Ah. Right. That's something I didn't think about. Retract. If that only needs to do that, then it's actually the controller that can handle that. Because I'll need that to turn off all of the guns and stuff. Yeah, that one was definitely the hardest one in my experience of well, my first experience of Armored Core 6. Right, so I might actually do that there instead. So it would be missile rotor now, because I've named everything properly. So that would reset and lock. And then that reset, increase and increase. Turn itself off. That's all that needs to do. Rail cannon on. Rail cannon retract off. Yeah, right. Retract. That. Miss pod retract. Wants to turn it off. Turn itself off right at the end of its cycle. Does that, does that, does that, does that. Reset, increase, increase. Oh yeah. And that back. Oh. Oh yeah. And deploy. That needs to mod deploy. That needs to turn itself off. Oop, wrong thing. That needs to turn itself off, and it also needs to turn that control back on again. Ah, no worries, man. I will see you next time. And cheers, man. Thanks for dropping by. Right, that'll turn that sub off, that'll turn that off. Right then. So actually, this tracked control is instead going to I'll deploy the yeah, we just need to turn off all the missiles, turn off the fire controls. Yeah, do it that way instead. Retract, so that can turn off all the rockets. And I should probably put it in the right page in the sequence because I'm right at the end. 1, there we go. Off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we will turn off all the piston lights. Actually, what we would need to do is turn these off. Yeah, I would need to turn them off first. Let's do that before we do anything else. The missiles themselves could get... Actually, no, they will need to be turned off first. Off, 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 and off. So they would turn off, and then the missile retract controllers would need to be turned off. Before we turn off the missile lights. So we turn that off, that off, that off, that off. Move that to the next page. And missile fire controls. Off, 2, 3, and 4. Turn all of that off. I'll turn that off too. Turn that, and that, and that, and that off. And is there anything else that I need to turn off? What other controllers are there? Missile pistons. I'll leave them on. They don't need to be turned off. Not turn that on. That will turn. Missiles. Bullets. They will need to be turned on. Turning off the missiles and turning off the retract pistons. I need to turn on the lights and I need to turn on the fire button. Fire button's turning on there. That's turning them on. That's turning them on. They need to turn on. Right. So hopefully that works. Oh, well, I pressed the wrong button like an idiot. Fine. Got halfway there. F. Something isn't set up correctly, obviously. Well, smag that. Easier just to restart. What have I missed? It'll be something in the off control, won't it? Oh, yeah. I've got an idea of what I've missed. Yeah. Why are you jammed? Why are you jamming there? You weren't jamming before. seems to be working properly now. Might be an issue we need to resolve later. No, missile. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Rail off. Rail cannon L01 off. So what's in there? Rail cannon deploy needs to switch off. Rail cannon on off needs to switch off. Weapons. Oh, yes. Rail cannon infusions. There's a bunch of blocks there. That's oh, they're left over from ages ago. Boy, weapon on off. Need to turn off first. This I'll deploy needs to turn off. While on off. It's two. Oh, that's already been turned on and off. That's fine. What are those two then? Those two are. Oh, they don't matter. That's fine. That can just be changed to that can just be changed to missile. On trigger. That does all of them. What's that? Rail deploy. Not deploy. Off. Oh, rail cannon retract needs to turn on. So I'll retract. Needs to turn on. Yeah, it wasn't turned on. That's half the problem. There's stuff missing from there. Rail on, rail cannon L01 on. Retract, turn off. Weapon on off, turn off. That turn off. Weapon off. That on and off. 401. Oh. Right, that's those two, they don't matter. Rail cannon, rotor, light. There are rotor lights on here. Or is it up here? Rail cannon. Oh, missile pod rotor light. Oh, that's there. That's fine then. Missile on. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's deploy, isn't it? Rail cannon on. On. Rail cannon deploy on. Cannon reactor lights. Oh, yeah, that's just that crap. Fine. So yeah, I just need to. So, missile deploy. Turn on. I think that's all the parts I need. Quick copy. Quick paste. Don't explode. Thank you. So where are we? We are there. Arm left, arm right, missile pod. Left. Weird stuff happened. Pistons are clanging, are they? Right, okay. Motion sensor is on. Oh. It seems to move alright. That freak out before then. Run that through once, just to make sure. Jamming. Maybe it doesn't like that bit in the middle. Maybe it doesn't like that bit there. Who knows? Garmin freak out this time. Right, let's try that again. And we'll turn it off. Okay, it did a bit of it. It didn't move that rotor. Why did that rotor not move? That back like that. Turn it on. Yeah, some pistons are clanging in there, aren't they? That actually meant to be attached to on the other one. Rail. All I know it's doing is controlling something. Block switched on and off. Rail cannon rotor. We're doing that light. We're doing that. Missile controller. Oh, we never set that up, did we? That'll be why. It's trying to control something that's not set up. So, pod rotor light L01, that's the one. Rail. Doing. That's just reversing that. That's literally all it's doing. Right, cool. Missile. Rotor. Controller. Right. Rotor's actually moving. The position rotor, right. Reverse. Reverse. Why was that thruster on?
Right, there we go. Right. Pretty sure these pistons are part of the problem. I think they're a bit clangy the way they're set up. Don't know if there's a less clangy way to deal with them. See, they keep getting stuck. Yeah, they're definitely... Are you scrubbing on that bit? That bit. If I cut and paste you again, are you still going to clang? Yes. Yes, you are. What is it I'm sticking on? Are you just sticking on each other? You're just sticking on the other piston heads, aren't you? Oh. Oh, no. Yeah. They're scrubbing really badly, aren't they? You're getting stuck now. You weren't getting stuck before. Face that in again. Right, press fire. You get stuck. You are, in fact, scrubbing. I was hoping you wouldn't do that. What if I increase the piston strength a little bit? Let's do 250, 2, 3. Let's say 250, 1, 2, 3. I post you again. It's still going to be an issue. Are you going to sort yourself out? That seems to just pull through the clan. Okay. So what's that like? We try and retract it. Cool. So I deployed one of them then. Those pistons. Let's 350, 1, 2, 3. Retracted sort of adequately. There it gets stuck. Why did one of them not turn on? Have I messed up something in the deploy sequence? Piston lights. Turn on. Don't worry about that for now. Let it turn off. Turn on. Ah, right, something to do with that. Yeah, something to do with that. So I'll then turn on there instead. Missile retract. Is there actually a better place we can turn them on? Because they, I think, are causing the conflict. Turn it off. it retracts. Turn it on, it deploys, but some of the lights don't quite turn on properly. Yeah. Hmm. In that case, we will not turn them on there. We will have them turn on. We press fire. That can turn off. They can turn on 2, 3, and 4 there instead. So if we turn the thing on, it flips up, everything sticks out. We hit the fire button. Yeah, that seems alright. We can retract it. It goes back to normal. Deploy it. It's not going to. We can't activate it while it's being deployed. We can't fiddle about with it while it's turning off. Cool. Do need to adjust some of the angles, but that is kind of working as intended at the moment. Delete that off there. We could copy and paste the whole thing. See what happens when we jump into it like that. If we retract. Deploy, I think it seems okay. I think it might be a little bit on the heavy side for that rotor, but seems to be working alright. Cool. So I should be able to just nip that off there. Watch it go crashing to the floor. Do a couple of flips. Copy that. Should be able to just do that. There we go. Then obviously I'm going to have to fiddle around with a bunch of controls to do that side with. That'll get deleted. That one. This. Now we'll just make that fire R01. Just quickly hop in. This fire R01. There you go. That one works fine. It just needs everything renaming. And missile fire L0. There you go. I just need to rebuild the retract controls and the deploy controls and adjust the angle slightly because it's a bit close to that rear thruster. Yeah, there you go. Missile pods. Pop that. Pop it there. Try not to explode the game. Well, do you walk around with that stuff on your back? There you go. Bit fancy because you're a bit lighter than the other ones. You still don't have your subgrid thrusters on the legs, but yeah, you can walk around nicely. What's that clanging sound? It might be the feet. Well, there you go. That'll do for now. I think. That's the only problem, isn't it? All the block tools in small grid are absolutely huge. Damn. I might not be able to make trigger control vanilla style. These blocks are too big. Like, that thing is nearly the size of the entire thing. Because it would not work the same using a weapon to try and trigger it. Because weapons fire in a different way. Damn. Well, anyway, I am going to leave that there for now. That works fairly well.
Still need to set up the skimmer mode and the flight mode controls properly. But the walk cycle controls are there. Balance control settings are there. I also need to do the friction controls. Oh, yep, tilt control definitely works. I need to set up the other controller. The other missile pod, but that works pretty well. Where is it? Oh, of course I've got... Ah, there it is, yeah. Stick that there for now. What happens if we stick our inertia sensor on it? All that does is make it super heavy. Yeah, that's all that does. So that's not gonna help. No, apparently not. Yeah. Definitely some clang going on with those pistons. Oh, hey, Deathlock. Ah. What the hell is going on there? Yeah, those pistons definitely clanging. Yep. Damn it. It's all working fine, right up until the last 5 minutes. Sometimes those pistons clang, sometimes they don't. Oh, come on, Keen, why can't you just make the collisions for pistons and rotors and hinges just a little bit smaller than the models? So that's definitely got some clang issues. Well, that'll turn the fucking lights back on. Stick some missiles in there. Oh. These missile launchers should also hold more missiles. 5 is not really enough. I'll do for now. Right, so that can retract, can deploy, and it can fire. Yeah. You only get a few rounds out of it.
And next time we will finish off the back of that and set up the other one. That more or less works for now. The legs are working surprisingly well. So yeah, next time we'll do a bit more of that. I also need to finish off working on the Laser Raptor over there. So, cheers for watching, cheers for chatting. And I'll see you all next time. So, goodbye for now. Cheers, guys.